Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Overwatch Let's Play. So, Blizzard added a new character to the playable test region, so let's play with her. We are playing on no limits because I didn't want to wait to try to figure her out by trying to pick her first in quick play. You know how that goes, so we're just using no limits, getting a look at her, getting a feel for her. So you're not going to see any real context in this match, obviously, but you at least get to see her abilities in action. So let's talk about who is Orisa first. So this is a robot model, the OR-15, that was created in Numbani during the Omnic Crisis, but was ineffective against Doomfist in a fight in Numbani. So after the failed fight against Doomfist, Numbani sold the parts to whoever wanted to buy them, and a young girl named Effie decided to get some parts with the help of her parents and gave it a personality, rebuilt one of the OR-15s. So this one is technically called the OR-15A, hence the name Orisa. So her personality is set on making the world right again, where the rest of the OR-15s were simply built to protect Numbani. So, Orisa is a tank. She has 4 abilities, just like any of the other heroes, not really fundamentally different on that level. Her gun, as you can see, is a fusion driver. Fires long-range shots for sustained damage, but when you fire, it does slow her down, works very similar to how D.Va functions. And its clip size, very similar to a light machine gun, for example. Huge clip, fires lots of shots, pretty decently long reload time. Her other ability is Fortify. That's the triangular logo that you see on the cooldown that just came up right now. It's set to my middle mouse button. That's just where I have it set at. This gives Orisa a coat of armor, basically. It doesn't add armor to her HP. As you can see, half of Orisa's HP is armor. Fortify doesn't give her extra armor. It's just kind of like this golden coat of armor that lasts for about 4 seconds. So it makes her invulnerable to certain effects like Mei's freeze, Mei's ultimate, Reinhardt's ultimate. So different things like that it makes her invulnerable to. It also protects her from damage, but it's not the best protection from damage. I felt like the best time to use it, if you want to use it to protect yourself from damage, is to use it while you still have your armor on your HP. Don't use it when you've lost all your armor in your HP. Her other ability is called Halt. So basically, that is a mini short-range graviton surge. So it fires in one direction slowly, and it draws people in if you're close enough. Like I just sucked in Ana right there, and we're able to secure the kill on her because of that. So you can fire it, whatever button you have it on. Its default is right click, and then you can set it off manually by clicking it again, and it'll pull you in. So it's pretty cool, but the range isn't long at all. So usually you know when you're within range because there will be a glowing line that connects to the orb and the character that you can potentially pull in, and at that point you know, okay, I can click it and draw the person in. Her other ability, which you've seen quite a bit already, is the Protective Barrier, which is a lesser version of Reinhardt's shield. It has about 900 shield. It's deployable, and you know, once you deploy it, it provides a curved shield and provides protection. You know, it's a shield. It's decently powerful enough, but obviously people like Tracer or any other mobile character can get around it pretty easily. You know, Winston can jump over it. So where you deploy it is obviously very important. But at the same time, if you need some quick shielding, it's not a bad option. Because you know, if I put the shield here and they want to attack me, they got to go from either the left or the right or from behind. So you know there's a certain advantage you can have by deploying the shield if you're trying to avoid dying. And then lastly, the ultimate for Orisa is the supercharger. Now, this is a little device that she places down wherever you're currently standing. So if you're moving while deploying it, it will deploy at the last point where you're standing. There's a little, like, she puts it out and then she places it, right? So this boosts the damage of anyone within the range and view of the device. So and then it boosts your damage. It has a little, basically like a Mercy damage increase beam that comes out and works the exact same way as Mercy's damage increase. So the difference is that Mercy's increases yours by 30%, hers, Orisa's, by 50%. So it very much an ultimate, and it gives it to anybody within view, anybody. So your soldier could be tearing up, you put that thing down, boom, absolute wreckage. So it's pretty cool. I like it a lot. So hopefully, you know, so far you've seen like different ways you might be able to use these different abilities. Again, it is no limits, so you know there is a kind of a limit to what you'll be able to actually realistically use. Like you got like what, 5 Orisas on the field right now. And this was the very first match I played with her, so you know, just kind of learning, okay, when's the right time to use a halt? When's the right time to use amplify? Things like that. Like, it's hard to say. Like, I see opportunity here to use the supercharger, but I feel like the position still leaves it wide open. So I decided to put it down. And there you go, you see the damage increase. Now Zenyatta's super smart in activating his Transcendence. But this is the advantage of actually putting it down, which is why I decided to put it down, because you either got to deal with the supercharger, or you got to deal with the people providing the damage. So they have a choice. Now, D.Va activated her ultimate. I didn't have my shield available, but if you are able to put down your shield, you can block D.Va's ultimate. So it does provide enough shielding to do that. You see, the shield by itself does take a bit of damage. Now, the fusion driver, it's not hit scan. It acts more like Zenyatta's shot. You do have to lead your shot a little bit to make sure that you do land as many as possible. It is slow moving, and it is, as much as it doesn't have a spread, it doesn't increase in spread as you continue to hold down the trigger. It also isn't very accurate from the start. Like, you could be aiming at something and the bullets just kind of randomly fire anywhere. So the closer you are, the better. The further you are, obviously the bullets will just spread out. You'll still have some fairly good accuracy, but feathering the trigger, anything like that, I don't think does much damage or has much of a difference in terms of the spread. The tempting part with Orisa is that because she has such a long range, you want to stay as far back as possible. But she is a tank, and so there's something you have to consider when you are playing her, that she's a tank, so she has that deployable shield. So there is a distance that you can have, but you can't get too far because she begins to lose that accuracy. I don't even remember if we finished this. We get stuck pretty hard right here. I mean, we're not running a real comp, so actually, no, we don't finish. And I don't expect to. But, you know, I tried to get in there. And so, you know, there's kind of a look at Orisa, you know, on a very, very functional level. I happen to get, what, 20 limbs, including assists. So not bad for my very first game with her. So that's a quick look at Orisa. I will post more videos of me playing with her just so you can see her in different contexts and on different maps and stuff. And perhaps you can get ideas on how to use her and things like that. So thanks for watching. See you later.
It's nice to be appreciated.